Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today's presentation discusses about voicing in phonology from the second group. My friends will convey it clearly. I'm Dinul Fath as the moderator in this presentation. Hope it easy to understand. Without further ado, let's go straight to the material.
I will explain about voicing. And what is voicing? In dictionary itself, voicing is the process of articulating a speech sound with voice. But in linguistics, voice or voicing is a term used in a phonetic and phonology to categorize speech sound, usually consonant, and in English can be divided into two categories, whether it is a voiced sound or voiceless.
Definition of voiced and voiceless. Voiced sounds are those that make our vocal cords vibrate when they are produced. Meanwhile, voiceless sounds are the opposite of it. Voiceless sounds are those that make our vocal cords didn't vibrate at all. All vowels in English are voiced but for consonants. There are some of them that voiced and some of them are not, or voiceless. To test whether a consonant is a voiced or not, place your fingertips hand on your throat as you say the sounds, or you can also do this by closing your ear hole with one finger. For example, place your one finger to close your ear hole and then try to say z, z, z. When saying the voiced sounds, you should be able to feel a vibration. And when saying the voiceless sounds, you should not be able to feel a vibration. Thank you.
The process of voicing. I'm Aulia Ramadhini and I'm in charge of explaining about the process of voiceless. When air moves up from the lungs through the vocal tract, it first must move through the larynx, which is sometimes referred to as the voice box. Two folds of muscle and tendons called the vocal folds are inside the larynx. The air passes between these two folds. When they are open and stationary, we say the sound is unvoiced or voiceless. In voiceless, your vocal cords are open and loose, so the air flows through your throat freely, so that's why you don't feel the vibration. The voiceless consonants are ch, f, k, h, s, sh, t, and th, as in thing. The easy way to tell the difference between voiceless consonants and voiced consonants is by pronouncing words while touching your throat. For example, the words buzz and buzz. You can't feel the vibration at the end of the word buzz because S is a voiceless consonant. Meanwhile, at the end of the word buzz, you can feel the vibration because Z is a voiced consonant.
Okay, so here's the process of voiced sound, like how voiced sound is produced. So the first one is like the process of voiced sound is when your vocal cords here, which are actually mixed membranes, stretch across the larynx at the back of the throat. And then by tightening and relaxing as you speak, the vocal cords modulate the flow of breath expelled from the lungs, yeah, right? And then because of that process, you will have voiced sound. You can feel it by touching your throat here. There is a vibrating here, like that. And then to make it clear, these are the voiced consonant. You have b, d, g, ch, and then and then and then and then z, and then z, as in the word then, and z. you can feel it like this consonant are voiced because it make a vibrate sound here. Not a vibrate, make not vibrate sound, make a vibrate here like b, like that. And then to make it clear, my friends will explain about the example. Thank you very much.
Okay, now I will give some examples of voicing. Voice sounds happens when you feel your throat, you will feel the vibration. So, your lips are together release a burst of air. While unvoiced sound, your vocal cords are open and loose, so the air flows through throat freely, so you don't feel the vibration. Here are the examples of b, ch, d, and f. B, b, back, black, big. So it has voice sound. Ch, ch, charity, march, chewing. Charity, march, chewing. It has unvoiced sounds. The, day, dream, do. It has voice sounds. And five, flower, fly. It has unvoiced sounds.
Hello, my name is Ayu. Now I wanna tell you the example to pronounce the object, but don't pronounce the object. Pronounce the sound from that object. First is j. Next is h. Then j, and last is k. In the first, you find the g. For the example, is goat at the beginning of the word goat. In the last of word, there is rock, rock. And the last example for g is gum, gum. G is voice, because if you say g, there is vibrate. Then it's h. It makes very little sound because it's just really your breath, not very hard voice, just your breath. For the example is happy, hat, and last is ears. H is voiceless sound. Then J. For the example is June, July, and jealous. J is voice sound. Then is K. For the example, K is candy, candy. Awake, awake. And last is cake, cake. K is voiceless sound. And then it is very important for you because G and K is very similar object. So if you find that to sound in the sentence or when you read the book, please give more attention about that because difficult to find what the difference for G and K. For the other example is glue and clue. There is
similar. And the last is ha. In English, you never hear these sounds at the end of syllable words. You only find it at the beginning of the syllables.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So, the easy way to determine whether a consonant is voiced or voiceless is to place your finger on your throat. As you pronounce a letter, feel the vibration of your vocal cords. If you feel the vibration, the consonant is voiced, or if not, this will be the opposite of it, or voiceless. So here the example of L, M, N, and P. So the first is L, love, love. So M, some, some, or him, him. So the third is N, nail, nail, funny, funny. So the last those three of letter is voiced. So the last is P, happy, happy, pay, cup. There is no vibration here, so it will be voiceless. So thank you very much.
I want to give another example, and I will give a little bit explain from my example. So the first is Q, and in the phonetic sounds we say wah. So you have to make your mouth like zero, kuah, kuah. So example is like and don't forget to touch your throat, and you can feel some vibration because this is voice sounds. So example is like clean, questioned, quiet, and quiz. And another example is so you will feel some vibration in your throat because this is voice sounds. Example is like red, run, real, rose, red, and red. And another voiceless sound is s and when you try to practice and you touch your throat in the voiceless sounds, you doesn't feel any vibration in your throat. Examples like save, sadness, same, salt, table, talk, take, tap, and taste. So, thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Wildan. Zani. I will give an example to you about voice. First is voiced consonant is V. For example, very, proven, and nerve. And then is second consonant voiced is W. For example, wound, power, and word. The word above is called voice because the sound it produces comes through the throat.
Okay, now I will continue the presentation to give some examples of voicing from the letters Y and Z. Here, I will give 3 examples of each word to make it easier for you to understand. The first is the word year. I will repeat again, year. Then the second word is the word young. And the last word for the letter Y is yes. So these 3 words are included in the category of voiced sounds. So voiced sounds are the letters that come out from the throat. And if we hold the throat, it will feel a vibration when pronouncing the letters year, yang, and yes. And then I will also give examples of the use of sounds in words that have the letter Z in them. For example, on the words zombie, then zoo, and zebra. So these three words belong to the voiced sound because when you try to pronounce those words, you can try to hold and feel your throat. And then you will feel a vibration when you say a word that has the letter Z in it. For example, zombie, zoo, and zebra. So I think that's all the explanation about the examples of the letters Y and Z as voice sounds. So I will return it back to Dinul as a moderator.
Okay, those are the delivery of material from the second group. Hope it helps all of you, and we apologize if there are wrong words when pronouncing. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.